Hello, everyone. Welcome to Follow the Money Daily, brought to you by Nairametrics. My name is Ugo Dre, and I do this every day. All right, guys. So on today's podcast, I want to bring your attention to something that happened to a favorite stock of mine on the exchange today, July 16, 2024. That stock is United Capital. Something happened to United Capital today that has never happened before. I am asking myself, why did it happen? How did it happen? What is going on? I'm sure you also want to know. So let's find out. All right, so I was checking United Capital today. I was checking basically the top gainers for today, and straight out of the block was United Capital with 10%. And I'm like, 10% today? That means this stock is up 43.48% year to date already. What could be the driver? What is going on here? And that basically catapulted the stock to 33 naira per share. That is the highest ever price I have seen United Capital. I have never seen this stock as high as 33 naira per share before. Let me even blow your mind. Just a few months ago in April, this stock was trading for 16 naira. So it's basically doubled in a little over 3 months. It's doubled over 3 months from 16 naira to 33 naira. Wait a minute. Just a month ago in June, it was trading at 18 naira. So it's grown by basically 80% or thereabouts. So what is going on here? And I'm looking at it, I'm like, they haven't released any results yet, apart from their Q1 numbers, which was pretty impressive because Q1 United Capital did 3.5 billion naira compared to 2.4 billion naira the same period last year. So again, it wasn't like it was some major leap like that, but pretty impressive for the year, for the quarter. Nevertheless, I'm still trying to figure out why it has risen, and I'm checking. I can't find anything. I've looked at the fundamentals. There's nothing in there. I've looked at their corporate action. Corporate action basically speaks to maybe any important thing that might be happening or information. I don't see anything there, other than maybe resolution of their AGM, which didn't really speak to anything new. I looked at their last AGM. They promised dividend 1.8 naira per share dividend, which is pretty impressive. United Capital typically pays very, very good dividend for their shareholders. There's nothing that speaks to whether they wanted to raise capital or whether they're looking to acquire another company or maybe sort of expand. There's nothing in there that was mega. So obviously has nothing to do with the company or what you're planning to do. And there's a board meeting. Sorry, no board meeting as well is scheduled anytime soon. They had one on the 26th of June. So don't expect any board meeting, and they usually release unaudited numbers. So I don't think that the board needs to see it to review their unaudited numbers. And there was also no, earnings forecast that I can recall that I've seen for the second quarter. So it's also not an earnings forecast thing. So what could be the driver? Like, why are investors suddenly interested in the stock? And then looked at the volumes as well, just to see the volumes of trade. And over the last 2 days or so, week, I think it was on Monday it was 10 million. On Tuesday, today it was 17.3 million units of shares that has basically moved at average of like 33 naira per share. The least was like 13 naira per share, and still not even as high as the sort of movement we saw earlier in the month, when they were doing 25, 26 million in terms of volumes. So it's something that I really paying attention to, because this is a stock that is a favorite of mine. I don't have it in my portfolio at the moment. I used to have it at some point. This is also a stock that used to go for like 3-4 naira at some point, some years ago when I had the stock. But it's the company has performed very well over the last few years. Last year alone, the stock has returned between a year. In a year, it's returned about 140%. Right, and then in 5 years, for a stock that used to trade at maybe 2 naira or so, 5 years ago, I mean, you alone can imagine how well the stock has performed. So let's even average it at the 3 naira that I would have said was what I bought it for several years ago. This stock has basically returned 700% in 5 years. So United Capital is one of those stocks that have returned 701% in 5 years. It's just incredible. Incredible stock, and the company has been doing well on their their current CEO seems to be doing some great job. But I still don't know why we're seeing this growth, so I'm going to be paying a lot of attention. I do think personally that 33 naira is a little high for the stock. Might just be borderline overvalued. Maybe I'm mistaken here. Someone correct me, but I'm looking at my valuation model. I have my valuation model here, and I don't see how 33 naira is like cheap for the stock. So it's not cheap. I think maybe that's what I should say. It's not cheap at 33 naira, but it's just interesting that the stock is trading at this high. Should you buy it? I don't know, man. I don't know. But I mean, let's just pay attention. There's got to be something happening here, and I'm going to be putting this on my radar. And we could talk about it on Monday, and let's see how it goes. So that is it. United Capital. Interesting to see what's happening. 33 naira per share, highest ever the share has ever gotten to. Then we keep tabs on it. That is my podcast for today. Do have a profitable day ahead. Goodbye.